I'm an East Coast skier. Powder is totally alien to my experience and my skill set. So, when the Valentines Day Blizzard of 2014 deposited 20 inches of fresh and fluffy on my doorstep, it was time to find out what this POW talk is all about. The first order of business was to dig myself out of the house, unbury the car, and wait for the plow guy to set me free. That done, it was off to the hills to catch up with my buddies and see what I could do in the powder.
Yeah, I got the app now on my new iPhone, and it gives me top speed, elevation drop, average speed. 65.7 miles an hour has been my top speed so far. Should be fine.
So what's the secret?
I don't know, no fear.
Right there, we're going into the Chippewa Glade. Double black diamond, rocks, and a whole lot of fun.
Watching Eric pound through the glades and over the bumps was great. But I fell at least once on every run. Getting up in soft snow is not easy, especially when your legs feel like rubber. You've built up a big appetite. The newspapers around the region still don't get it. Tens of thousands of people skiing and snowboarding within 30 miles of their offices, and they report on a single winter-weary whiner. The people I saw on the hill were hardly weary. They came out to play in the weather.
We got a lot of snow. We got a lot of powder snow. All natural powder snow.
Day 2, and there was more snow falling, another 2 to 4 inches. Ski Plattekill is tucked into his snow bowl and gets more accumulation than their neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, people in powder, it's more of a pillow floating feeling, you know, in eastern ice.
I suck on powder because I never ski it.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good place to see what I could do and check out how everyone else was faring in the soft stuff.
How are they adapting? I don't know, enjoying themselves. Wait back. You know, this is the western powder that people in the east don't see. So they're enjoying themselves, having a great time.
I was a little better on the second day, only fell once, and that was on my last run. Still, my quads were screaming and my confidence was taking a beating. Was I alone? Maybe not. It looked like at least some of the other East Coast sliders were picking their way cautiously down the hill. They also had a big air competition scheduled, and that was worth checking out. That was my next question, is what is Sick Tricks?
It's an all-RadxSports social media site. We sponsor events. We were at the X Games this year, Do Tour, and this is our first event that we're actually hosting. We're doing a big air competition. There's 2 runs. We're taking the best score, not a compiled score on this one. There's a $500 first prize.
What does all this powder do to a competition like this?
To be honest, rails and jumps is just no good. The worst thing that you could have for a slopestyle or for jumps and rails is powder. So you build everything up and then it just washes it out and slows everything down.
On the way home, I stopped back at Bel Air to look at a rail jam. Watching kids do tricks I would never even think of trying is one of my favorite pastimes on a mountain. The best bus slide of the night. By the third day, the crowds were formidable. It was President's Day weekend, after all. Always a crowded day on the resorts, and even more so with the deep snow. Wyndham was packed with people in the snow sports spirit. Lunch al fresco and an afternoon on the slopes with 2 carving snowboarders was on the menu.
short. I can't sit down.
So you guys mind waiting on these lift lines?
No.
Skiing's good enough, huh?
Yes.
For me, the best day of the three was on the packed powder at Wyndham. For an old East Coast skier, linking turns with good friends on perfect snow is as good as it gets. I can see the attraction of powder, even if the pow snobs get on my nerves every once in a while, but I'm used to firmer conditions under my boots. Still, if it keeps snowing like this, I might get enough time on powder to learn to love it. For RadxSports, I'm Jerry Paller.